Hello everyone and welcome back. Yesterday my SETPOWER PT30 refrigerator freezer showed up, and the reason I agreed to do this video was because I need this. You guys are going to see why. I like that with this one here is I can do, you can have refrigerator or freezer or both freezer, which is what I'm most interested in for what I'm going to be using it for. And they make these much bigger. This is the size that we needed, I think, to get our best results on what we're going to use it for. The first thing I want to do with the SETPOWER PT30 is just go over the few specifications that it has, so I've got that covered. So, like I said, this is a PT30. They make them all quite a bit bigger if that's what you need. This one here is it holds 31.7 quarts or 30 liters. It's 28.66 pounds, so it's not bad at all. I saw the box on the back deck and it was like, oh no. And then I picked it up and it really wasn't that bad at all. The temperature range on this can go from 4 below 0 Fahrenheit to 68 above Fahrenheit, or minus 20 Celsius to plus 20 Celsius. In the box that came with it, we have the charger right here with the cord that'll plug in there, and this will go to grid power or AC. And then you've got this here, so you can plug it into your car cigarette lighter, or you can plug this into any portable power station. I wonder, what we need to look up and see how much this actually, what we'll do? We'll plug it into a portable power station and I'll tell you how much it pulls. So we can do that two different ways. And then of course, if you had a portable power station and you're camping, you could hook up your solar panels to keep your battery charged, and you're good to go. But I want to get this plugged in and turned on so that we can get it to cool down and figure out how to make both sides freezer. And then I can show you what we're going to do. This thing has an eco mode and a max mode. It talked about that somewhere in the book, or maybe I saw it online. Now looking at here, it was online that I seen it. It defaults in max mode, not eco, but even the max mode, it's taking 38 watts, and in eco, it's doing 28 watts. So it really does not take all that much power, and it can go from 68 degrees to freezing in 15 minutes. And they have an app also, so if you're camping or whatever, you can just take a look at your phone and see what the temperature is inside. Actually, for what we're going to be using it for, I will be able to look at it and monitor it also. So I won't have to plug it into a portable power station because we know how many watts it takes. But we might do that anyway, but my videos tend to get so long, I'm just trying to keep them shorter. Plug that in. This in. I suppose, how do I want to do that? I'm going to actually throw this up here just because I have a plug in here. Don't mind the potatoes, it's garden, winter's almost here, we had to get everything out of the garden. So I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to turn it on. I see. See, it says max or eco. It's in max. That's at -4, so that's the freezer side. I want this to be, what did I have this one on? 6. Put that on 6 also. So what I would need to use that for is, if you guys watch the channel regularly, you know that about a month ago we got a milk cow. And now we milk her every morning and every night. In fact, in 15 minutes it's milking time today for the evening one. Anyway, she's giving almost 3 gallons a day. She'll give more. We'll be drying her off here in a month and a half or so, and then when she calves in March, she's known to give about 4.5 gallons. But right now she's giving, just pretend it's 3 gallons a day. we get 6 jars, and one of them is about 3/4 full. Anyway, so then we're getting half of that in the morning and half of that at night. What I need to do is I needed a freezer that I can put in the morning. We're going to have 3 jars. If she was really milking hard, we're going to have 4 jars. And I need to be able to put that in that freezer because when it comes out of the cow, a cow's internal temperature is 101 degrees. And I need to get that down below 40 as fast as I can. We have a milk cooler that we've been putting it in, but it doesn't go down fast enough. And we could put it in the freezer, but then I have to bring it from here out in the workshop building because this is where we do the milking. We're going to bring the cream separator out here that we just got so Melissa can separate the cream. So then I'll actually have even less milk that needs to be dumped down because she'll bring the cream inside right away because she makes butter and cheese and whatever from whatever it is that she makes. But I need to get them down faster. And I thought, well, I could just buy a freezer and put it out here, and that's exactly what we did. But this freezer is small, so I didn't want to have extra space in there. I just wanted to freeze it down and get it frozen down right now. And this one freezes quite fast. My biggest worry was that I would not be able to fit the jars in there. You know how some of them are real tiny inside? Could have got the bigger size one, but I didn't want to get overly big. You know, like I said, I wanted to keep it right where I need it. And if we want to take this camping, or when I go deer camp is coming up here in less than a month now, and I like to have a second freezer, but up there I have the whole tent running on 20 amps. So if I'm up there for an extended period of time, I will have to plug in another refrigerator freezer, or I have a little freezer up there that's like this big, but it takes so much power. This is going to pull 38 watts, so it's not that much. It's like a big light, not even a big light bulb. So if this holds the jars, and I only have 4 jars out here right now, but you can see I can put 2 here and 3 here. So even when she's milking out at 4.5 gallons, that gives me, I have enough room for, these are half-gallon jars. I could put quarts in here and I could probably get more. So anyway, I'm going to let this cool down right now, and then we're going to milk her out, and I'm going to put it in here, and then I'm going to see how fast it brings it down below that 40-degree mark. And me leaving the top open right now is not helping anything at all. Melissa was out here when I went into the, it's the guest house, but it's where we do where we have the milk cooler, and she had these jars in there already sanitized. And I come out here with those jars, and I said I need to see if they fit before I do the video. I said otherwise this video is going to have to be just about using it for camping, which I could have done that video too, but anyway, so I go out there, I bring these in here, and the first thing I do is I reach in and I grab it like this, and she says, when you're done, bring them back in the house. Now I have to re-sanitize them because I put my hands in there. I'm going to get these in so she can get these washed up, and then I'll just let this cool down. And keep in mind, SETPOWER is wanting this, they are marketing it for camping, and it would work awesome for camping, and I will be able to bring that up to the tent and use it. In fact, I'm going up to the tent later this week for 3 days, and then like I said, deer camp is November 9th, so I'll be up there the 7th or 8th, and I'm going to stay up there for 4 or 5 days at a time, and I can bring this up there and have a second freezer. I don't really need the fridge part, but the freezer part is what I really need for up there. When I went camping though, like when I went to duck camp, I had brought up 50 or 60 pounds of ice because it was warm out. This would have worked absolutely perfect for that. Hook it up to one of the portable power stations, and I would have had I wouldn't have had to have all that ice. It was hot out, so I was dumping the ice constantly, and I could have had refrigerator, I could have had the freezer side to keep the burgers or the things that I need to keep frozen, and it would have worked out perfect for that. But for me, I need to get the milk from 100 degrees down to under 40 as fast as possible. I'll be back when I'm milking the cow. Hey Mesa, you ready? Come on in. Get you some corn. Here you go, Festus. There you go. How was your day in this crappy weather, huh? Horrible rotten day. You still chewing on grass? I see. Well, I got the cow milked out, everything cleaned up back there. Well, that was the first time we used the cream separator. That thing worked pretty good too. And now I'm looking at this. Both of them you saw before were below 0. And now this is the left zone, which has the two. That's the freezer side, the small side. I mean, I have them both set on freezer. And that's at 37. And the right zone just has, what was that, even a half pint or pint jar? That's at 12 degrees. It's going down fast because when that went in there, it would have been, well, it went through the thing, at least 90 degrees still. I'm just looking to see what other, like, more settings. I'm afraid to touch anything, but battery protection, temperature unit. Not a whole lot to do there. It's on max. It's on freezing. Max or eco. So it's a nice little app. I mean, and you can redo the temperature. It has a little minus on one side and a plus on the other. I've got it all the way down to the left. But what I have to remember now is not to forget it, because I'm just starting this. It's taken a month to get into the whole thing with the cow to get her to come in. We used to have to just about drag her in, and now she comes right in, and it's real easy, and I really, really enjoy it. The only thing is, cleanliness is key with everything, and getting that milk down under 40 degrees as fast as possible, because that bacteria will start to grow past 40, and like if I'm putting it in that other fridge over there and it's not getting down that fast, the faster you can get it down, it tastes better, and it's just you know, much safer, which, I mean, we're just constantly trying to do that. So this SETPOWER thingy is going to work perfect. You know, I mean, I'm impressed with it because, I mean, everything fit. You know, I wasn't sure if it would fit when we got it and everything, and it does. And it got down, it said that it would go from like 68 down to 32 in 15 minutes. It didn't take more than 15 minutes for it to go down to below 0 Fahrenheit. So yeah, and I just have to keep checking it because, you know, there's 2 half gallons of milk in there, and then whatever the other one was, a quart or a pint or whatever. So I'll keep watching it to make sure that it doesn't freeze, and then when it's gets up to temp, then I can move it into the other refrigerator. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set me a timer, and I'm going to set it for 30 minutes. I better do 20 minutes. It's been in there about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm going to set it for 20 minutes right now. Come out here, open up that little one and put a probe in there to see what the temperature is, and in the big ones. It's going to screw me up because I'm opening the top, of course, which is going to let cold air out. But then I know it won't freeze, and I'll know how long does it take to get, it's a quart, so, and it's about 5/8 of the way full. So how long does it take to get that much down to where the temperature that I want it? Okay, everything looks good here. Alright, we'll come back out and check that in 20 minutes. And then we'll go from there and we'll check it again after that. Okay everyone, I'm back out here to check this milk. I want to check this quart jar first. It's down to 40.6. That's not bad. These bigger ones, of course, are going to take longer. I'm thinking that we should put these in quart jars. I'm at 62 degrees on these. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. The SETPOWER PT30 did exactly what I wanted it to do, and it did it fast enough so I feel safe drinking this milk. This one here I'm bringing in and I'm going to drink it tonight. It's nice and cold. I would say that you might see this up at the tent for deer camp, but I don't think so because it needs to be used here. But December 1st, we stop milking the cow, so you will see this when we go in the fish house camper this winter. Okay everyone, well it's a couple of days later and I thought I would do a follow-up video clip on this. I'm in there editing this video right now, and you were getting first day right there. I've got to use this for a couple of days now, and it says in the directions to let it cool down first, so I mean I had it plugged in for what, 15-20 minutes before I used it, and it gets the milk down like that next day. Like that night I went out there and it cooled it down really fast. I was impressed, but by the next day it cools it down super fast once it's been plugged in for a while, you know, so everything is already cold all the way through because it has a lot of insulation in here. So I just wanted to follow up because that next morning, you know, I come out here and the milk in the jar was like a quarter of the way frozen all around the outside. So it really is working good. I milked the cow out this morning, and I've got this stuff in here from today, and this is in here from yesterday. And I mean, it's cold, so it really has worked real well. Almost wish I would have another one, like the biggest size one, because I don't even think I would use the milk cooler out there. I would just have another one of these that I could put in, you know, 8 jars, or just what we, you know, keep ahead of, because we we keep it in here, and now we're pulling the cream off, and then we get extra stuff so it goes in there until she can do cheese or whatever she's doing. So anyway, I'm really pleased with it, and I just wanted to let you guys know that, because that first day I was really pleased, and by the second day it was like, wow, this thing is really doing a good job. So I'm really happy that we got this. I will see you guys on the next video.